Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and today's review will be on the movie Snitch. We have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Barry Pepper, Susan Sarandon, and John Bernthal. I'm not sure how to say his name. The dude from that plays Shane in Walking Dead. Anyways, a little quick summary into this. So this is about John Matthews, whose son ends up getting arrested and wrongly convicted. So John has to become a snitch in order to go undercover as a snitch in order to set his son free. So first thing first about this movie, I will say, is this movie had some potential. It did, but overall it was not a fantastic movie. It was a good movie. Like, I'd say probably 60% of the reason I even watched it is because of Dwayne Johnson. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of his. A lot of his stuff. Some of it, no. Like, what was it? Skyscraper. That was freaking corny. I know. I have the movie Rampage. I watched it once. I feel like it was like, it's kind of entertaining, but it's not great. Kind of like this one. The music in this wasn't very good. The length of this was kind of, at certain points, I was kind of like, well, is this about over yet? Because it feels like it's kind of dragging on. The ending to this was pretty good. Got me a little emotional and shit, but overall, the movie itself was not half bad. Like, there was certain parts of this where I was like, wow, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. I kind of forgot what I was watching here. But then there was also points where I was like, man, where's the good stuff? So overall, it was not a bad watch. The guy that directed it, he has a style for sure, and I feel like all of his movies that he does, which I've only seen, I think, one or two of his movies. I think I've only seen this one. No, I've seen two. That's right. His movies, he's kind of like a mediocre director as far as that goes. So, anyways, director, we have Rick Roman Waugh, who also did Angel Has Fallen, Greenland, and Kandahar. All those movies are Gerard Butler movies. I've seen Angel Has Fallen. That's the third of London and Olympus Has Fallen. IMDb, we got 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 57%. I gave it a 6 out of 10. As I said, there was potential in this movie. This movie was not bad. The cast was not bad in this movie at all. It was just overall the movie it didn't have a great score. The cinematography wasn't like, oh, this is fantastic, all that stuff. It was there. It's entertaining. It's not a bad watch. Like, if you watch it once, you probably be like, yeah, okay. But I don't need to buy this movie. No. Um, Box office of 57.9 on a budget of 25, so it made 32.9 mil. My interesting fact on the, well, before I go to the interesting fact, the one thing I will say is 32.9. I'm actually surprised it even made that, because I know Dwayne Johnson carries some weight to his name, but just from looking at the freaking cover of this, you're going to be like, wow, this kind of looks like Faster. If you remember Faster with him, with Billy Bob Thornton as the cop, this totally has that written all over it. Anyways, interesting fact is John Bernenthal, I don't know how to say his name. Anyways, there's a scene in this where these kids are like, hey, don't mess with him, man. He's a shot caller. And it's funny because a few years later, he ends up being in a movie called Shot Caller. So I know that part is a fact. This part, I thought, this is me just kind of saying what I'm saying, but I just felt it would be kind of interesting if they literally had him in that movie just because of that part. I doubt that's what it was, but it is kind of coincidental that he's getting called that in this movie, and then a few years later he's in a movie called Shot Caller. But either way, anyways, so uh, Snitch was the movie, so I obviously don't have a cover to it. It was just one of the movies that I had done for me. Anyways, up next, this will be my next review, The Flintstones. So stay tuned for that. I got some good juicy stuff to talk about for that. And pretty soon here, I'm going to be doing a movie giveaway. I'm not sure what movie I'm going to do that for, but you will know soon enough. I do have some other ones in there. So if you're looking for a movie to watch, or if you haven't watched the review with the movie giveaway, go through eventually. I think I got like 4 or 5 of them now. I think one of them is that Bruce Campbell movie, Evil Dead. No, not Evil Dead. Something Darkness. It was one of the Bruce Campbell movies that's not Evil Dead, I think. But anyways, yeah. So stay tuned for Flintstones. That'll be up next. So for my movie here, let me just show you. For my options of what I can watch next after the Flintstones will be either Flushed Away, White Fang, whoop, Enemy of the State. I freaking love this movie. This is such a good movie. And last but not least, National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon. That's a pretty funny one. So those are my 4 options. I don't know which one I'll be watching next, but it will be one of them. So stay tuned. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe. Check out my Letterboxd. Check out my eBay. And one last thing. You know what? I'll actually tell you guys on my next review. So stay tuned. I got something kind of cool that I actually have going. So let me know, and I'll remember to kind of tell you about it beforehand. All right, you guys have a good day.